I know that people who own computers are approaching Windows updates with a little bit of trepidation for two reasons. Number one, they don't know which ones they should do. And number two, they do believe that if they do updates, they're going to do something wrong and it's going to break their computer. What I'm here to do today is to calm your nerves about Windows updates and tell you why it's important that you're calm about it so that you can do them properly. There are about 7 critical areas of Windows that you need to update all the time. And the reason for that is hackers and people out there trying to get a hold of your computer are going to try and get in through what they call security holes. And the updates are patches to prevent that security hole from being accessed. So the when of updates is now, when you first see it, and if you can't do it when you first see it, as soon as you can. And the what is every single update that comes about. And I say that with a little bit of caution. You need to know what those updates are. You need to know that those updates are required by your computer, and you need to know what it's telling you about those updates. So this is important. Now, I'm going to simplify it because I like to do things easy where it comes to computers. They're not big, scary things. And I'll tell you right now, you can't break them. If they break while you're doing something, it broke, period. You didn't do it. I had a client on the phone today. He said, I have no internet connection, and the last time I had the computer on, it was doing Windows updates. Well, this was very timely for me. I walked him through undoing the updates and putting those updates back in, and lo and behold, he had internet access. He didn't understand why, and I couldn't explain to him why. But I do know it was scary for him to suddenly not have internet access, and it was scary for him to do this himself. When I had sent him the information on how, he said, please call me. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm a little nerve-wracked about this. So I want to tell you there are 2 really important areas that are not based in Windows operating system. One of them is Adobe. Now we don't, what's Adobe? What do I do with that? I don't know what that is. But if I said, you get a PDF file on your email and you want to read it as an attachment, there is a product that you have on your computer called Adobe Reader. Adobe Manufacturing does that software, gives it away for free, and updates it all the time. Because hackers and virus writers use Adobe PDF files to write into your computer and infect you. And they do that through the reader itself. So when you update your computer with Adobe Reader, you're protecting yourself from getting that infection. Now you might say, well, I have an antivirus program. I even have an anti-malware program. I have internet security. Why do I need to update Adobe Reader? Because Adobe knows where the hole is before anybody else. So you want to make sure you've updated that program so that it doesn't have to be stopped by your antivirus program. Because the process is simple. You open a PDF file and it's activated on your computer. The reader is activated. The program is activated. If it's not updated, it's activating whatever's attached to it. So if that security breach has been done already, then you will have a problem on your computer by reading that PDF file. And then, if the PDF file is infected, you have a double problem. So it's really important that you pay attention to any product that has Adobe as its name. Adobe Air, Adobe Reader, Adobe Shockwave, and Adobe Flash. Those are the 4 that Adobe puts on every Windows computer. It's important that you know what the Adobe site looks like. That's what it looks like. Now if you get a pop-up on your screen and it says, Update Adobe, don't click on anything at all. Go to the internet, go to adobe.com, and go to the section that says Downloads, download right here, and it'll tell you Adobe Reader, Adobe Flash, Adobe Air. I suggest for every client that I advise, as long as you're there, update all of them. And the way you do that is you click on the link, you download the software, you install it. It usually takes under a minute, and then you're done. But if you click on a link, a pop-up that comes up on your screen, and I've seen them recently, and this is really, really new. And it says your Adobe Flash is out of date. And you click on it, you don't go here. You don't go to Adobe for that update. You go somewhere else. And that means you're not getting the update. You're getting something else. So it's very, very important that you recognize what you're looking at when you do an update. So go by the name itself, and go to the website itself for any update you do. And that is true for your antivirus program, Adobe, Windows Office, Microsoft Office program, all of them. Go to the originating website. I was working with a friend yesterday, and she had about 8 updates, and one of them was really, really old. And she was doing her updates through a program that monitors them. And every time she clicked on the link to do it, she says, "It takes me to the web." And I said, "That's good." "No, no, no, I don't want to go to the web." "Yes, you do. You always want to go to the web." Okay? It's less scary, it's more safe, and definitely it's the way to do a Windows update of any program. The second one that is crucial, that most people pay no attention to, and absolutely will circumvent your security without you realizing it, and before you know it, your computer is infected, and now you really have to do something about it. And that one has a funny little name, same name as a cup of coffee, and that is Java. Now what I have here on the screen is what you get if you search on Java updates. And this is really important. Is this fuzzy?
Just small.
There you go. Okay, when you look up Java Update, you get a lot of things. Because you can't go to java.com necessarily. Sometimes that redirects to somewhere else. And this is very, very important. I tell everybody this. When you do the research, when you do a search in Google for Java, you do Java space update, nothing else. It tries to put other things on, but don't do that. Go to Java Update, and in this list, you will see lots of things that have nothing to do with the Java website. They say things like downloadzone.org, or they say java.com help update. What? I don't want that. I want the program. So the one you're looking for says the java.com website, / and the word download. That's the only one you want to go to. That is it, nothing else. Because if you go anywhere else, you will get a product that is not Java, that will really infect your computer, and it'll cause things that will be harder to undo. Because Java is probably the single most common security breach software on a computer, and it's required, which is the why of updates. It's required for you to have a good experience while you're on the web. When you go to the right website, let me see if I can get there, you will go and you will see that. If you don't see that website, you are not in the right place. Back up, start over, and try and get to that website. It always says free Java download. It's always got a big red bar at the top, and it says java.com /download. It's very important that you're in the right place. I have seen more computers get infected by doing this process wrong. So for me, it's really important that I tell you what it looks like, so you recognize it, because visual things are really, really important. It is Tuesday, April 8th, and Microsoft made a huge announcement. Windows XP is no longer being supported. There's a great article. I brought a copy of it with me. It's 5 pages long. It's really big font, though. I have this on PDF, and I'll be glad to send it to anybody who's interested. It tells you what's really happening. But I can tell you in 2 words what's really happening. You cannot surf the internet with Internet Explorer. Period. Other than that, Windows XP updates have stopped. They haven't really been doing a lot of updates. You just didn't know they weren't doing them. Now, what happens with Windows updates? Microsoft issues patches, security patches mostly, for Windows. All of us have Windows. If you don't have a Mac, you have Windows on your computer, and those Windows updates usually are done automatically for you. So most of us are not going to notice that we're not getting Windows XP updates if that's the operating system that's on your computer right now. My mother has Windows XP. I had to switch out her computer and put XP back on, the new one. And she says, I want my old computer back. It's different. So I don't think I'm going to have a very good day if I have to upgrade her to what now is Windows 8. Because that's going to be a really new experience. And that's what I'm coming across with my clients. New experiences aren't always the most fun. More aggravation, more discomfort. Fear. I tell my clients, continue to use Windows XP, make sure your antivirus software is up to date, and don't worry about it until you can't get on the internet, and then we'll talk and we'll do something. Okay? Windows updates. The third most important part of your computer, and usually, like I said, it's done automatically. Boy, does it scare people. I don't want to do Windows updates. Why is that? Because I don't know what's going to happen, and the last time it happened, my computer stopped working. Did it? Well, yeah, I think it did. Well, it's nerve-wracking. Just the same. It's nerve-wracking and it's not something comfortable. I want to tell you, Windows Updates is really easy. When you have a computer that's not Windows 8, you just type in Windows Updates and it pops up in the list. Fast computer, not. How about we do updates? It looks like this one. See it? Now my computer has notified me that I'm doing Windows updates, and it's down in the lower right corner. It's down here with an icon that looks kind of like that one next to the menu. They're similar. That's because my computer is designed to download the updates, notify me, and then I get to decide when I install them. Now there are optional updates and there are official updates. The optional updates are things like your video card, the thing that makes the monitor work. Your network card, the thing that makes the internet work. Sometimes it's just other stuff. But the optional updates are sometimes just as important as the Windows security updates, but the security updates are really important. I don't want you to be afraid of any of that. You can restore back to sometime other time. Do the updates. Do them when they come. Do them all the time. And do them immediately, because you will protect yourself. Now you remember how I was talking about being afraid of Windows updates? Getting that kind of feeling? Well, I remember the first time I stood in front of a crowd and tried to make a conversation to a crowd, and I felt that in my stomach. And what I found was that Toastmasters helped me to become more confident up here, talking to you about things that I love to talk about. And that's a very big benefit to me. So the benefit I've given you of comforting you with your Windows updates, Toastmasters has given me in actually standing here and talking to you. If you have questions and you'd like a list of all the things that you should update, I have brought with me a 2-page document, and it's at the back of the room. So you can take that with you. It's a chapter or a piece of a chapter out of a book that I'm writing and putting together, and I brought it for you complimentary. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them after the meeting, and I would like to turn it over to our host. Thank you.
Our round robin master, Glenn.
Darren.
Yes.
Keep it going, guys. Make me feel welcome. Oh, she did a record share back. Oh, I got spotlight too. Fortunately, I know how to use that. We're going to start on this side. Jacinta.
Ceci, I really